I have gotten closer to God. So how about that? There's a great quote, because I am in constant conversation with him. No, it is. It's very, very, very challenging, because you hit it right on the head. It's exactly right. You're instead of, and I think I talked a little bit about this last week, instead of thinking about scheme that's going to beat their scheme, you're thinking about, hey, I got to get Bobby or Darius Crawley to run the slant right, or I got to get Ryan Willis to, take the right drop, where 2 years from now we're not even going to have to talk about that. Sure. So it's very challenging, because you spend a lot of your time developing the guys. Coach Beatty's trying to come up with creative ways in the way we practiced, where portions of it are in the development of guys and not scheme against what we're going to see, and then you got to comply with the NCAA rules of time, and so it's very challenging. Yeah, he played like a true freshman at times, and at times he flashed athletically, and you can just see the future in him. That's one thing about him. He's very athletic, and he's very quick twitched, and so sometimes when the ball is snapped, if you pause that film, he's the first guy moving really fast, and that's very promising. And then, the thing about young offensive linemen is strength. And if you ever played football up in the trenches, everything is about confidence in your strength. And when you know you're weaker than your opponent, you start compromising your technique. And you start positioning your body, because you're going to get beat. Even if you use great technique, you're going to get pushed around. So you start compromising your technique. You start positioning your body in different ways that you're not supposed to, and then it gets you. You'll give up a sack. You'll give up penetration, and all. Just bad things will start happening. And that's what happens to freshmen, and that's why you don't really want them starting as true freshmen. You want them to develop and not get in there until a couple of years. But it is what it is, But I was proud of him. He battled and he fought. When you know that the other guy is stronger than you, it just affects you. When you know you're stronger than the other guy, you play with a lot more confidence, a lot more patience. You get into your sets, all of that stuff. And when you're weaker, you get in a wrestling match with a guy you know is a lot stronger than you, you're basically in survival mode most of the time. You're just trying to survive instead of doing exactly what coach told you to do. Step this way, punch this way, get your hands right. Now, when you're young and weak, you're grabbing and holding on. And that's where we're at right now with some of these young guys. That's where we were at. And we watched their film, because we got the film swap from Cal, played Texas. And watching that, and we were like, wow, look at those guys. That's not the same guys when we first got there now. Those guys look quicker, faster, stronger, and way more confident. It's a vicious cycle, yeah. Run game sets up everything. And then so now if you're having a hard time running the football, you rely on throwing the ball. If you're going to throw the ball, you're relying on protection, and then you're relying on receivers and young receivers and a young quarterback, getting all that together. I know it sounds like making excuses. I hate that, but it's just it is what it is. I love the kids. They're fighting. We go out there every day. Yesterday's practice was awesome. You just got to love them.